semifinal match between our number 2 seed, Eddie Darling, and our number 3 seed, Bill Honeycut. A winner advancing to face off against top-seeded Kenny Harrell. Eddie Darling steps in from Laurel, Maryland.
Mike, I could be wrong, but I watched Eddie warming up, and I do believe we got an injured player. He sort of tried to hide it, but I believe his right arm is, he's not throwing that ball like it hurts, but it's kind of, if you watch after he throws it, he's just kind of letting it hang. And I don't know, I saw him kind of rub above the elbow. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. 10 for Eddie Darling, first frame, Bill Honeycut. Frame 1 and 2 coming up.
Well, Bill Honeycut will step in now, frame number 1 here in the semifinal match. There's some vocal rooters here still at Greenway.
Ed Darling through the middle with a 10 frame, and Bill with a tough frame and an 8 start.
Get off to that slow start again.
The last game stayed slow. 127, 123 as Bill Honeycut squeaked by Bob Dietzel.
Both of our bowlers in this match were 4-1 in the head-to-head competition. Bowled 5 games against divisional opponents, and they won those divisions. Eddie outpinned Bill Honeycut by 3, and that's how he got the higher seed. Our top seed, Kenny Harrell. Look at that. Went by him. Then on the way back, he caught the 7, and then the 8 off the wall. You'll watch it again. Big end of the pin. Slid by and bumped the 7 and the 8, and got our first mark in the match. You're right, I don't think Eddie is feeling all that well. He looked like he followed through or snapped on it.
Little flinch. Little flinch. And he does crank it. I mean, if you watch his arm usually comes up in front, Mike, and if you watch, he's going across it a little bit. And I don't know when it happened or what happened or...
See the revolutions he's putting on the ball, and boy, if he's got an elbow problem, that really hurts every time he's delivering. He's got the mark.
That was really the first ball that I saw him follow completely through, where his arm came up in front of him instead of over by his left shoulder, or even a little lower he's been finishing. Bill Honeycut, 18 plus in the second frame. Got away with that one. Sort of laid it on the lane, and it slid right, but it got back. Touched enough of the hit pin to break 8 and leave the 4-7.
Another mark for Bill Honeycut, 2 in a row now. As we head to the 4th frame. Take a look at Eddie there. He hasn't rubbed it or flexed it or did anything while he's sitting there, but it seems like when he unwinds, just unnatural looking. It's not usual Eddie Darling delivery.
When he finishes delivering the ball, his arm, if you watch, it just kind of hangs. He's letting it just hang, and he must be kind of like a catcher that gets nipped with a foul ball. You know, just refused them. They refused to rub it. 6 on for Bill through the middle with that first ball, as he did that 3 times last game, Mike, and really kept him from He had 6 spares, 127. That's a hard game.
Yep. Well, I know Eddie Darling, too. He's figuring, well, you don't get up to be the second seed all that often to win a tournament. I'm going to try to do whatever I can to win this thing.
Eddie with 3 Pro Tour wins and a number of other open tournaments. Just,
Watch out.
he'll reach back. If there's anything left in that arm, he'll get it out of it. 39 for Eddie Darling. 51 in the 4th for Bill Honeycut. Eddie can take the lead. He makes the spare and counts on it. Oh, my. Something's wrong, because I've been bowling with and around Eddie Darling for a lot of years. And I'm not saying I've never seen him miss a single, but that wasn't the 7-pin he was shooting at. That was the 4, and the ball was literally in the channel prior to the end of the lane. So.
Well, get an opportunity for another mark here as we've got a 2-pin game after 4 frames. Got it. So Eddie Darling, courage alone, we think, is trying to keep himself in this match. He's got his 2nd mark. There's a strike. First one we've seen from Bill since the first. No, he didn't have one, right?
That's the first. We're going to show you one more time.
I was looking at the wrong score. That's the first one for Bill Honeycut. Match and a half. That could be big if he could work around it here in the 6th frame.
He's had trouble backing up marks. He threw 2 in a row twice in the last game, but cut on both of them. Let's see if he can double up. They really sort of cut again. 3, 4, 8 remaining, working on a strike. Knowing Bill Honeycut, I don't know what I'd do. You know, he's working on a strike. Do you shoot the 2 on the left? I'm saying that I think he'll shoot the 3-pin, but I think he won't be quite as brave as to, you know, let the ball get by it. Let's see what happens.
Well, he did.
That was a smart shot, Mike, and I really never considered that. He shot the left side of it, hoping just to catch it off the wall. The ball would catch the 8, the pin come back, but didn't work out. 68, 9 out, 77 in the 6th, and Eddie Darling, 59 plus in the 5th, and a chance to take the lead for the first time since the first frame. He cranked that one up.
I think he senses the fact that he has an opportunity here, but
1 and 1. We'll start all over, Mike. It'll be 77 apiece in the 6th. But Eddie's had trouble hitting 1 pin. I think because of whatever might be wrong. I haven't really. And number 10 remains to tie the game.
that's all he needed. Well, it's like we start all over again here in the 6th frame.
Eddie's saying, stay away. You're not going to take them all, stay away. 6, 9, 10. That ball come out of his hands. You see the sort of, I don't know what you call it, kind of almost wanted to laugh. I think he was surprised that it stayed in the vicinity of the pins at all.
87 after 7 for Eddie Darling, and Bill Honeycut will step in. Had trouble getting the 2 bowlers going in this match, Joe.
Bill cannot take the lead without a mark. turnabout's fair play. Eddie left the 8-10, and Bill has the 7-9. So pins are very important. Eddie has not left a pin on the deck. Bill left 2 in the first frame and 1 in each of the 4th and 6th frames.
Well, needs this one to tie it up again. Nothing else is close.
We'll build on that, Mike.
Yeah, start somewhere. Well, let's see.
You want me to start rooting? I'll get them going.
Through 7 frames, we're tied at 87. 3 frames remaining to decide who will meet our top seed for the championship.
Kenny Palmer way back 4 games ago at 87th and 87 in the 7th and won with 144. Patty Lacey at 87 and lost. And here we are again with both bowlers with 87 in the 7th. In the middle for Bill. This has become a real defensive match here.
See Kenny Palmer in the background saying, geez, you guys give me a second chance. Maybe I can do something with this. As Bill Honeycut did a nice job to spray some pins around.
That's the number 2 remaining, and you know that was important right there. He stayed away from the disastrous frame where he could have picked one off and ended up with a 7 or 8 frame. He's shooting for 10, the number 2 pin. Frame 8, nope. 96 through 8, Eddie Darling. 8th and 9th frames coming up, and I tell you what, if Eddie needs 2 marks.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Doesn't need them, but I mean, this is where you want to put them on the board. It's like, good grief, it just, you know, the bowling's really not as poor as the score would make you believe. Back-to-back splits for Ed. Bill's been through the middle numerous times in not only this game, but the last game.
Well, we're tied now, and Eddie can take the lead with 1 pin here. The way this match is going, every pin will count. He's got it.
Eddie has cleaned the deck each and every time. Eddie's going to remember the single. Remember when he flinched on the 4 pin and threw it in the channel about 5 feet from the end of the lane? 9th frame. Guy that marks in this frame going to win, Bill, Mike?
Could be.
Pretty defensive answer. Didn't want to dig a hole, right?
Eddie is on the board with a strike.
You've watched my limbs break a lot, right? You're not going out.
Here's Bill Honeycut right back in the 9th.
Okay.
Got the 8 pin standing.
It's a big pin in the 8th frame. That 1 pin.
That's right. Could put him on the mark if.
Well, and if Eddie goes spare strike, it gives you the opportunity where the other guy's all of a sudden's on a double.
Here's Bill Honeycut for the mark. Got it.
You know, I'm not laughing, but because I've been in that situation. But they almost look like they're being very careful. You know, it's like they're protecting the 1 pin lead, or I don't want to get any further than 1 pin behind. Well, the day of reckoning has come. It's the 10th frame. 1 pin separates the bowlers. Eddie has a 1 pin lead in the strike. Bill Honeycut spare in the 9th. First ball in the 10th, Mike.
Well, I'll count 6.
He has to mark to force Eddie to mark. Without a mark, Eddie would be in fine shape to sort of sneak by with a victory and head to the...
Nice
Bill
mark.
made it. Nice shot. 122 plus. 5 or better forces Eddie Darling to mark.
Crucial point of the match, and Bill Honeycut puts 2 marks on the board.
Really doesn't matter what he does with this ball. Eddie's going to need a mark. Well, I mean, if it's over 4.
Okay, let's see what happens. Well, got 9.
131.
All right.
Eddie needs a mark.
Eddie Darling looking for a mark. Would like to get it early on the first ball.
You are right. Guy that marked in the 9th is going to win.
Eddie Darling has got it. Like I said, he wanted to get it early.
curtains. Stay behind the line with the next ball, and we're
Arm
going to
didn't look
have...
like it hurt there.
Let me tell you, doubles will make any pain feel better, Mike. It's Donnie.
How about a triple?
Yeah, saving a little face here. That's 120. It doesn't even look like this game was close. And 2 balls ago, it was 1 pin. 147 plus 1 more ball, Mike, and we have what we need for the final match.
That's right, 2 bowlers looking for the championship. Oh, what a finish for Eddie Darling. He wins it 156-131, the championship match upcoming on Duckpin Magic. Don't go away.